Hey everyone, it's Joanna with the Roach Family Real Estate Team here today on a Tuesday. And today, during our coffee hour, we are going to be talking about first-time home buying. It is an overwhelming process. It can be overwhelming if you don't know the proper questions to ask or don't have the proper guidance. So we're just going to try to iron out some questions today in hopes that, maybe there's a question you have that we'll answer. If there's something that we're not going to talk about today in the video, feel free to reach out to us at 289-270-1719, and we'd be happy to walk you through the process. So to begin, I kind of wanted to go over a statistic on a survey that the Real Estate Council of Ontario did. And it said that 32% of first-time home buyers reported they did not feel prepared and knowledgeable in the home buying process. This is a little bit concerning. And being a first-time home buyer myself years ago, I kind of take myself back through the process of, relying on family and friends to walk us through the process. Not even our realtor. Our realtor was great, but I almost felt bad asking questions. I felt that I shouldn't be asking questions, that I should know this, so we didn't ask. So we ended up Googling a bunch of stuff on first-time home buying. And while helpful, it would be a lot better if the person that we were working with and going out to see all these houses with, kind of guided us a little more. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about, and iron out some of these questions. So feel free to ask your realtor if they can do a buyer consultation first. Before you get in that car, before you start looking at a bunch of houses, ask them if you can get on the phone, if you can get on a Zoom call, meet in person if you're comfortable at this time, and just kind of have a conversation, get to know each other a little bit better, get to know the way that realtor works. For example, if you're working with a team like ours, get to know the team, get to know what the team does. There's lots of different personalities and individuals on a team, and we all have our special strengths, I guess I would say, right? So get to know how that could benefit you as a buyer. The first question, also that typically someone would ask is pre-approvals. What does that mean? Pre-approval, whether it's your first or your fifth house that you're buying, the pre-approval process is very important. So what is a pre-approval? Pre-approval is basically going to a bank or a mortgage specialist and verifying your income, verifying your credit or having your credit pulled, showing proof of down payment. So the down payment, any lender will want to know where that down payment is coming from. So is it a borrowed down payment? Did you get a loan from your parents or a family member? Are you taking that out of an RRSP? Any lender is going to need to know if it's a reliable source. So getting a pre-approval, knowing what you're able to, knowing what you can afford is a very important step in a very important first step in the home buying process, and will also help you and your realtor in the end if you know and you are pre-approved. On to another question. Sorry, it's very difficult to be on camera and talk to a camera and not another human, so bear with me here. An absolutely free resource that will save you a ton of time and a lot of money that not everybody is, I guess, aware of, and that is a buyer's agent. So buyer's agents are here for you. We are here for you. We are here to help you screen properties that are coming soon or that are off-market properties that you may not know about that are not yet on the MLS. And we're here to help you find those. We are here to help you educate you on neighborhoods, schools in the area. If you have children, are you looking for a Catholic or a public school? Are you looking for a French immersion school? Also all important facts. We're here to help steer you in the right direction, right? So you're a first-time home buyer, and although you want to buy a house, not every first-time home buyer knows exactly what they're looking for. They're excited You know, they're starting a new chapter in their life and they just want to get going, but sometimes they don't know how to get that process started. So again, that's what a buyer's agent is for. We're here to ask the proper questions and help you narrow down your focus on exactly what it is you need and want based on the lifestyle and goals that you have. We are also here to reduce financial surprises by helping outline the costs, right? So buying a house is not just about the purchase price. You'll need to consider lots of things: lawyer fees, property tax adjustments, appraisal costs, inspections. So this is something that we can definitely sit down and have a chat about and help you plan accordingly. And the best part about this service is that it's absolutely free to the buyer, because the buyer's agent gets paid by the seller, and not many people know that. And I've been asked that question many times when somebody messages us or calls us, and the first question is, you know, what do I pay you? So again, it's an absolutely free service. This is our job. We're here to help you find your first home. Okay, so that's one. Another big part of the first-time home buying process is closing costs. And yes, closing costs, just like they say, are paid out at closing, at the point in time when the title of the property is transferred to the buyer. So there are legal and administrative costs that you'll need to pay out when your house closes. Some examples are land transfer tax, calculated as a percentage of the purchase price of your home, which not a lot of people know. They know they need to pay a land transfer tax, but they're not quite sure where that's coming from. So all provinces have a land transfer tax, and Toronto has an extra municipal land transfer tax. There is a land transfer tax rebate available for first-time home buyers. Again, we can talk about that as well. There's legal fees and disbursements, right? So the lawyer has to complete a title search, ensure all the documentation has been accurately completed. They register your mortgage. They register you as the new owner of the property, and of course, title insurance. Other fees, and the fees just keep adding up. Other fees to consider: property insurance, prepaid utility bills. So if Mr. Seller decides that they're going to prepay all their utility bills, then you will need to reimburse them on closing. That's something that some people, or first-time home buyers, I should say, aren't aware of. I know I wasn't aware of that when I was buying my first home. So when we got to the point where we were sitting down with the lawyer on closing, it was mind-blowing to me at that point. Also, property taxes is something to consider. Again, what are other costs to consider when buying a home? And you would think that that would be enough, but nope, there's still more surprises sometimes. So obviously, depending on your situation, you may have other initial expenses, such as we're talking about moving expenses. And that was a big shock to me as well. You know, you think I'm going to pack a box, hire a mover, and that's it. Nope. Those costs definitely do add up. So are you going to be are you going to be doing renos on your new house? Do you need to do repairs? There's condo fees, utility fees, phone, gas, electricity, cable, internet, all things to consider when you are purchasing a home. Also, the down payment. So the down payment obviously comes from your own money, and the minimum down payment is 5%. However, that's if you have mortgage loan insurance from CMHC or Genworth. It just means that you are at a slightly higher risk for the lender, and therefore you need to pay a premium for that. So you do need a down payment of at least 20% for a conventional mortgage, meaning if you're not going to pay those premium fees, you need at least 20% down. So that's also something that, you know, is a larger topic we'd be happy to discuss with you. And I know a lot of people, you can read on the internet about all that stuff, but when it actually comes down to the point in time where you need to consider all of this, then it's great to have a qualified realtor to help you through that process, and just to make things a little more comfortable and to take out all the anxiety and questions that you have floating in your head and you're unsure about. And let me tell you, don't do what I did and be afraid to ask your realtor about all of this stuff, because That is our job. That is what we are here for. We are here to help you with that process. So I guess the number one thing I would say is do your best to get a pre-approval first. If you need to find a mortgage broker, a mortgage specialist, we can definitely help with that. But in a market like we're in today, if you are going into multiple offers and you're in an offer presentation with 6 or 7 other buyers, and 6 out of those 7 buyers do not have a pre-approval and you do, then guess what? Mr. Seller is going to look at you more favorably in terms of your offer, because of course they know that you've been pre-approved, and it's great to also include a pre-approval letter with your offer so that they are aware of this. So those are that's a small scale of a very large topic to discuss. But again, we are here to help you. If you have any questions, feel free to call us at 289-270-1719. You can send us a Facebook message. You can DM us on Instagram. And that's it. So cheers, guys, to first time home buying. If you've got any questions, give us a shout. Thanks. Bye.